The disaster in Japan weighing on U.S. equities. The S&P 500 touched its lowest level since January earlier today in trading before it rebounded a bit in the final hours. People coming in and doing some buying. Let's go to Deborah Kostroun at the New York Stock Exchange for the latest. Deborah.
Thanks a lot, Pimm. And yeah, you know, stocks were lower, but closing off those worst levels of the day. And to some people, it was kind of surprising that we didn't see this reaction in the market on Friday when we actually saw the earthquake in Japan. But once again, the global market's kind of taking a beating today. And today, the U.S. market's also lower as we're really trying to assess how much damage that earthquake will do to the global economy. General Electric, the biggest drag in the Dow, as they, of course, are a maker of nuclear reactors, and said they are still in talks to sell reactors to India. And they said that this will not change their plans after this incident in Japan. And we did see some reaction here. Some of the uranium stocks like Cameco and Denison Mines lower, and other nuclear energy related companies also lower in today's session. Entergy was down after that stock got a downgrade by BMO Capital Markets. Pimm.
Now, Deborah, let's take a look at the other side of what we saw. Alternative energy stocks, particularly solar stocks, they all soared today.
Yes, and in fact, people see, of course, solar energy as a possible alternative to nuclear power. So companies like First Solar are doing quite well. And even coal companies like Arch Coal and Peabody were higher on expectations that the shutdown of the nuclear reactors will lead to more coal use. And then we saw other stocks like Coach and Tiffany, even Burberry saw their stocks actually lower today. And of course, they do a lot of business in Japan. Also, Las Vegas Sands, that, of course, the casino company with most of its business in Asia lower, and Jefferies also cut that stock. And then the other part of the market that we were looking at and keeping a pretty close eye on, that was the insurers that do a lot of business in Japan were lower. Stocks like Hartford, which gets 18% of its revenue from Japan, that was in 2009 on the losing end. Also Aflac, which had 76% of sales in Japan in 2010, also down close to about 3% in today's session. That's it from here, Pimm. Now back to you.
Thank you very much. Deborah Kostroun reporting from the New York Stock Exchange.